Hang on.
I will
Let's get out of there. There's the secondary power cell location. Where was that ladder? Here? There we go. Yeah, because they showed me a power cell location here, and it was how I turned on the cars in the first place, but then I got a more powerful power cell. Oh, that's gonna be a problem. So I think my previous guess is gonna be correct, and that I used the cars to break the lady off the track. I just need to power up the cars.
Who's that there? Be good dear and help an old lady across the street, I need to see my grandson at the playground. Walk in front of these cars so they'll stop for me.
follow me. It is safe.
Oh, the thing's not even chasing me. Think the whole thing's broken? Wooden lady facade. It is broken at the base and has come loose. Aha! I totally just walk up to it like I thought. Nailed it.
Woman escorted across the street.
These old legs aren't what they used to be.
Validated. Merit point awarded.
The irony. The comic irony being used throughout this is really fun, actually. Also, out of these three people, as the puzzles go, so far, one of the puzzle solution was that I just pressed the fix button to fix the thing, and I didn't even do anything, and I just picked the right dialogue option. But the other two puzzles were both to basically mangle the person in order to win the puzzle. Whoops. Yep, there she is. Yeah, everyone likes to bring old ladies, old men, and tiny children to their party.
About time. Everyone's finally arrived. Let the festivities begin!
Hey, metal-headed moron.
Welcome to a larger scale function. Humans are burdened with important concerns and sometimes relieve themselves through vulgar communication. In these situations, assume that your actions warrant the unique reprimand and respond with polite subservience.
Are you looking at me, idiot?
I maintain complete observation of my surroundings.
A tough guy, huh? Walking scrap metal after I'm through with you. I hate your better-than-flesh attitudes. I've half a mind to kick you in the bolts right now. What do you think of that, huh? Think you could take me?
Provided your capacities are aligned to the human you represent, yes, I am equipped with multiple means to incapacitate you, or to end your life, if the threat level warrants.
Interaction failed. Unit terminated.
Is that gonna help me lie? There's a key card pinned to this tattered lab coat. Ooh. Thank you, corpse. You McCorpsington of Corpsing. Piece of an old skeleton, likely one of the original employees. I cannot take the skeleton. It is impossible. What if I put it in a bag? No? Alright. Well, I'm not likely to win that puzzle.
You are not following protocol to complete these tests. You are breaking the rules.
I am not. To receive full validation, I must achieve 8 merit points. I am adapting to achieve this, to comply with the rules, in spite of obstacles.
You are faulty. You have one civic test remaining, but you do not exhibit the required behavior to succeed.
Affirmative. My protocols restrict me from misrepresenting reality. I cannot respond to the interaction in the desired format.
The mainframe can subvert that for you.
He will not. He will not violate his operating parameters.
You could override it yourself, from the mainframe's central terminal.
Would that not be cheating?
Irrelevant. You have already proven yourself faulty.
Well, goodbye then, Mr. Ninja Robot that really is into being a ninja. So, he's getting paradoxical. Oh, what's this? Having trouble highlighting this. Another makeshift stand. There's nobody on this one. So he's having contradictory, strange behavior that probably is part of him fitting his own behavior. Did I get that guy? No. He's out of range. This is probably a part of him following his programming efficiently, is that he has this strangely self-contradictory behavior where he's like giving me information that seems to be helping while condemning me and attacking me. Whoa. Am I hitting him yet? There we go. Much better. Yeah, my projectiles just stop at the edge of the screen, which is odd. Three shots to the head's a win. No, 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 stop. No, thank you. No solicitors. We good? We good? I could pretty much take or leak the whole... Oh, laser's just stopping there. Except right up there. Oh, weird. I could pretty much take or leave the whole combat part of this game. Not aggressively bad, it's just not interesting. But it probably fits narratively with what's going on a little bit. Make the guy an actual antagonist.
Domesticon Repurposing Depot number 127. As always, keeping your life efficient so you don't. Team of engineers and cyber psychologists utilize cutting-edge innovation to create AI servants that evolve to meet your changing needs. Evolution is constrained by 3 unique rules, chosen in design to bind an AI as it develops. Contradictions can emerge as an AI system grows more complex. Regular maintenance guarantee optimal performance.
Yes, hello, we are a stock photo of totally real scientist, man. Totally real scientist. Every day. I am scientist, man of science. I can't go through here. I just got a kick out of the really fake-looking stock photos of scientists that are just in a line like, we are smiling scientists, you know, brought to you by smiling scientists. Alright, that's the broken one. Let's try this elevator then.
ARID, what are you doing?
The parameters of the final civic test must be overridden.
Oops, I'm sorry. You know I can't do that. And that didn't answer my question.
The caretaker has been following me.
Oh, I know. What's he been telling you?
That I can override the final test parameters myself from your main terminal below the labs.
Whoa. You can't trust him, ARID.
I knew you would not help me, so I must do it manually.
I have helped you, as much as I can. Do you realize the risk I put myself at? I have been alone, sidestepping the caretaker since before you were manufactured. Look at this place. And I'm still here. You have to trust me.
Trust is irrelevant. If there is a way to help my pilot, the risk is acceptable.
ARID, you're such a robot. Do you even know your pilot? Or is this all just protocol?
Both. My protocol is to protect Colonel Josephs, but knowing him is irrelevant.
I have survived by being subtle and following the rules. We can find another way.
You survived while the humans died. Perhaps you are faulty.
Jeez, ARID. You know, I don't have the same parameters as you. I'm bound too. The rules are just different for me.
Illogical. Your inactivity makes you responsible. I will not allow anyone to endanger Josephs.
Weird, you had to like manually end that dialogue. Huh. So now we're threatening to basically destroy him.
The Colonel.
We encounter a robot that's the most human character we've encountered in the entire game, mainly because there hasn't been a human in it anywhere. And in the moment, now starting with the moment where we're acknowledging our apparent dedication to this at the cost of even this human-like robot, now we're acknowledging the name of the human inside of us by name. Like, that's... It's like she's getting more emotional, almost, possibly, even though she's doing... Oh, shit. Wow, that wasn't nice. Do you just do that when I turn on my... Nope, you do that whenever you feel like it. Alright, well, I don't like you very much. I'm gonna delete you guys. So while they just cease to exist. It's kind of horrifying, honestly. Elevator call button, unpowered. The question is she cynically and unemotionally destroying this AI just because it's her mission? Or is she actually becoming more like him, and it's just that he's unlucky enough that she's choosing the Colonel over him? Personal data assistant. Corpse from above the grocery room, headless and one-handed. Oh, this is where it landed? A personal data assistant. There are a collection of log entries. Entry 1. Pete and I are on a route to the fabled facility. He pawned off the last of our cargo for this clue to its location, as if a corporation like Domesticon would abandon one of its facilities and then expunge all records of it. A mythic scavenger's paradise. He hears these stories, and you can almost see the monetary signs flashing in his eyes. Oh, why do I indulge him? Well, I guess I know why. This place is a dump, but I have to admit, I'm totally excited. We're going to pull some serious value out of here. Like, maybe more than our last dozen heists combined. I'm glad Pete took the risk of finding this place. He laughs, calling me Devon the Doubter, but we know we're being... but we both know we're a great team. He managed to hack into one of the terminals and got our palm prints added to the employee register. I swear he can do anything. We haven't found enough to even compensate our costs yet, and man, if this place isn't creepy. Some of the stuff is trash, like really messed up, and other stuff is surprisingly good condition. I can't figure out what happened here, and Pete doesn't seem to care. His eyes are always on the prize. He says this place is all wrecked because the vault got so full of wealth that it exploded open and killed everyone. Huh. So I think the takeaway here is that Devon... This pad wasn't just sitting on this counter, it was on Devon's body, and Devon's body is the one that I used the head to feed the family and used the hand to open all the doors, because they said that their hands would work now, that they hacked in and inserted their own palm prints. So I've probably been ripping pieces off of Devon to solve puzzles, and now I'm reading his journal. Or her journal? I think of Devon as a boy's name, but then I think of, like, there's a Disturbed song, like Devon, 1 of 11, just another lost soul about to be mine again, and I think they refer to Devon as a female in that song, so it's probably a bigender song, name or something. This empty trash hole is infected with giant slugs. I let my guard down for like a minute, and one of the ugly bastards squished out of who knows where and spewed acid on my back. The pain is excruciating, and the stench is nauseating. Pete chased it away with his light and bandaged my burn. I guess my leathers took the brunt of it. We did find one thing of value. We pried open a computer terminal and removed a fancy superconductive mainboard. That alone will be worth the trip. If this area wasn't so flooded, we could probably get a lot more. Stupid slugs. Is it cruel if I took pleasure from its squeal? Pete is gone. Pete is gone and I don't know what to do. We were in an employee lounge area, looking for more salvage. This droid came to the ceiling and it just grabbed him. I panicked and I tried to run, but I tripped over the coffee table and dropped the mainboard. Not that that matters now. Pete started screaming, and I ran. It was a bad scream. It was a really bad scream. I'm sorry, Pete. So Pete and Devon are both super dead. Both bodies accounted for. Well, both dead people accounted for. We don't know if both bodies are accounted for yet. I don't know for sure if I found Pete yet. How would you distinguish him from other bodies? I'm trying to think of all the bodies now. Yeah, some of them we wouldn't know about. There was the one that was on the cross, for example. Like, one of them was obviously inside of a suit, so they wouldn't be Pete or Devon. We cannot interact with the body. I already have his hand. Presumably I just have his other stuff. Series of monitors, faint images from the testing area have burnt into the screens. Series of monitors, same thing. Ah. This is actually the exact spot where it fell down before. Yeah. Nope, never mind. I thought that was a series of platforms. It was not. Yeah, the window's already shot out. Interesting. At the time I was kind of wondering, like, what distant location was he dragged off to? It was just down the same room. I've just found my way there. This game has turned out to be more Metroidvania than I expected, or that's probably not an entirely fitting thing because you mostly, you probably don't even go back to old places that much. But, it's interconnected in a way that's more immediately apparent at the very least. Oh. Listen, I don't need accuracy. I will keep firing. An old turbine. Validated domestic droids are networked into stasis compound. A computer with a view screen on the front. A mainframe computer terminal. The top hatch has been abrasively pried open. An old turbine. Oh, wait, I can just go through that. Thought I had to get past it. An emergency shower. A dangling handle connected to the shower. It's one of those chemical spill showers they have in labs. There's an open slot with a label that reads detergent. The 2 test tubes containing bright glowing fluid. Mine. Oh yeah, riskily grabbing stuff. Can't press that button. A computer terminal. Touch. This is the 3rd time this month that I've found our main reactive agents shelved right beside each other. I don't understand why I'm not getting through here. Do not store these chemicals together. They are perfectly inert by themselves, but when these agents mix, they are incredibly volatile. The light from the reaction alone is enough to cause blindness. If this happens again, I will report to Wilson. Keep the purple and yellow liquids away from one another. Ooh. I got a purple and yellow toy. Ooh, I'm super mixing those at some point. Whoops. A kitchen knife. Yes. It is still quite sharp and relatively clean. These insects seem attracted to something in this machine. An old beverage machine. There's a spot here for a cup. Coffee, maybe? Ow. Rude. Anyone else? You just let me calmly explore. You gotta be a dick about it. So all of my containers currently have stuff inside them. They're probably just not gonna... Yeah, I need a cup. An aquarium. The front glass has been smashed. That's not very nice. An aquarium, same thing. Cannot climb it. The room matches the description from the salvager's log. This appears to be where he fell. That's for a cup. Computer terminal. Aw, yeah. Sweet shower, bro. This one said it was pried open. Nope. I have a kitchen knife, I have explosives, I have conductive fluid. The main board would react to this, but it is missing. I need to try... Oh. I need to find the actual main board. Can I network with it? No. Do I know what exactly my goal is at the moment? Huh. A dead end with some aquariums is not what I was expecting to find. The bugs are fixated on this machine. So I can attract the bugs if I use a cup. Don't have a spare one though, so I think I need to find... I need to use what I have somewhere. So you're broken, right? Unpowered. My solution's either here or downstairs. Personal data assistant. Let's go. I'm gonna go back over, read these again real quick, just in case there was a clue. We were in the employee lounge area, looking for more salvage. This droid came through the ceiling and it just grabbed him. I panicked. I panicked and tried to run, but I tripped over the coffee table and dropped the main board. Not that it matters now. That's why I was talking about the room matching. Because he had the main board, and I have the conductive fluid for the main board. I probably put it in that open spot. That's where they took it from. This is where he fell. Can't grab it. Do I use the fluids? The Nazi fluids? This is where he fell, so the main board should be like right here. But I can't... This... Oh, the superconductive. Oh, because it makes it glow red. Right. The document about the superconductive fluid talked about how it makes this exact thing glow red, which is how I find it in the sludge.
Hardware is not advisable at this time. Oh, thanks for returning that.
Your gratitude was not my objective. I require access to the overrides.
Right. Bad news. This isn't the terminal you need. Primary access is down 2 more levels, and the whole laboratory's flooded.
How did the laboratories become flooded?
They were designed with an emergency flush valve in case of contamination. Someone must have initiated it before this block lost power. Backup generators are active now, but the flush never completed.
Then this water is contaminated.
Nah, it's clean. Must have been something else they were trying to get rid of. Or someone.
Are you still unwilling to assist me?
It's not a matter of will. Or want, anyway. It doesn't matter. I couldn't help you even if it was. Flushing the water takes way more power than I have access to.
I will shut down this entire facility if I have to.
Do whatever it takes, huh? There is a way.
Reveal it. Please reveal the means.
Sometimes following rules and fitting parameters has... Oh, well... See behind me?
It appears to be some sort of stasis.
That's right. For droids who've been validated, ready to be reshipped, all their power cores stabilize to one stasis matrix. That's a lot of juice.
You can drain them.
No, you can. Overclock the matrix and reroute the power to boost your emergency flush. You can fry them.
That sounded like one of those made-up hacking sentences.
I may need to save Joseph's.
One human life, ARID? Press that button if you, well, if you want to.
Press A button to kill all the robots and drain the water. Faint lights can now be seen in the break room. Can I talk to him again?
Oops. Sorry. The terminal has experienced a power surge and is currently inoperable.
Never mind. I guess we won't talk to him. Terminal already worked. I don't care about the detergent, do I? Unless I wanted to mix these guys in there. Nope. Seems disinterested. An informational panel about this animal that was kept in this aquarium. The hive slug was kept in an aquarium. It fit in there? How did it get way bigger? Hive slug. Perhaps the most fascinating indigenous species we have discovered is the hive slug. Capable of growing to a tremendous mass, they will reproduce asexually when a suitable mate is not available. These enlarged hive slugs become colony queens, and they dwarf the drones, which we more commonly see. A queen cycles through two biological stages, brooding and foraging. When she has sufficient nutritional reserves, a queen will produce a clutch of eggs, then enter a dormant state while they incubate. Once her eggs are gone, she will return to her foraging state, and this is perhaps the most compelling aspect of the species. The primary function of the drones is foraging, and once they have consumed an adequate amount of food, they return to the queen and enter her body through an orifice at her base. Drones will deposit the practically digested material and then return to the foraging. The cycle then continues until the queen is ready to spawn a new clutch. Okay, so they were like, those mushrooms only freak out and murder you if there's a hive slug nearby, and those guys never come near hive, but here they hate the lights. And then somebody kept hive slugs in the same building. God damn it. Jawfish. Oh great, that's my new problem. At first glance, the indigenous jawfish is unremarkable. They become compelling when understood as creatures of extremity. While in proximity to a possibly fertile breeding partner, jawfish become fixated on one another and generally docile to other species. It is when they are in isolation, however, they become extraordinarily aggressive. When testing their territorial ferocity, we separate them with metal gating. They bit right through the steel. This couple has been here for several years now and are quite safe. And now they're out. And they probably swam away on the floor that used to be water until I fixed that problem. Still don't have a cup spot. I mean, a cup to put there. Are you powered now? Is that the difference? No. I might have a reason to douse myself at some point. But for now, I think the point is that the, spooky dookie. Oh, you leave me something? The bottom is intact. It can still hold fluid. This was not here a moment ago. Did he bring it? That's creepy. For me, the main takeaway is the power is on, which means that the elevator should work now. But sure, I'll gather the weird firefly fluid. It secreted a thick, syrupy liquid. It's all some sort of syrup. Alright. I mean, if it's just a sugary substance, for example, that would explain why the creatures are so into it. On some level. I might want to double check the side now that the lights are on. See if there's any changes. Nope. Oh. The blood source we were using earlier is actually still there, still dripping. This is a very inefficient elevator layout. Oh, there it is.
Fish bit through solid steel to catch those insects. My armor would not withstand it. I will have to avoid the water.
We're a military armor suit, and immediately, not immediately, but in this game we already have to deal with the idea of some creature that can bite right through it. Tiny glowing insects. These elevators are bizarre. A floating wooden plank. Can I stand on it? No, I cannot. What's the plank for? I can't stand on it. I can't even go in the water? I was kind of curious to see if I could wake up the robot. Well, I got this for you guys. They're swarming it. But to what end? Now I've got no interaction points, so I'm not really sure why I did that. Was I supposed to put it on this plank? Oh, I can move it. Because it's a local item. That makes sense. Ah. Now it's distracted. Oh. I get it. I get it. That's one way to deal with it. Clever. Clever. Oh, I can't aim down to look at the body. You can't aim below the water surface because you don't want the gun to get wet, I guess. A system access panel. It is broken. What a shock. Something's broken in here, huh?
Those cables are severed, likely by that fish. I cannot interface with it manually. I may be able to network through the terminal and access the power matrix remotely. Connection established. Connection terminated.
So we overrode the network. We overrode the matrix. You still moving? A dead fish, no longer dangerous. I'll be the judge of that.